What's up, my guys? We are back. This is the Juice. Start over.
Leave it in.
Why? Just go. No, keep
This
going.
is the Juice Box with episode 110. We have our boy back with his not second, not third, but fourth appearance. Ted McDonald. What's up, my guy?
How we doing, man? Yeah, I'm trying to get to the 5-timers club.
Yeah.
Should give out jackets.
Dude, I'm like a gold jacket, like Happy Gilmore, like the golf hall
Dude
of
in the
Fame or
back
whatever.
can say, "I came 5 times,"
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect.
and that'll be the jacket.
It was like prom night.
Yeah, dude. Well, dude, like again. Wait, so how? I'm trying to think. You had 2 full episodes, and then you had one with Tig, right?
Yeah,
That-
yeah. My
That
last
was
one,
a surprise.
the last one was when,
Surprise. Yeah.
Tiggy came back as like a surprise. That one was fun.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because I was looking back, and I know it's like episode wise. I think it's only been like 18 episodes, but it feels like it's been a long ass time.
I was here. I think I was on for your 4th of July episode.
Yeah.
'Cause that was the last time I was back here. Was
Dang,
in July.
that's weird. It does feel like it was a lot longer ago.
Yeah, because
And-
I was going back through. I was trying to remember like what episodes you were on, and I was like, dang, like only July 4th. It
Yeah.
literally feels like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been back. I mean, my first one was like Christmas time last year.
Yeah.
I came back because I was talking about going to Canada, and I got back from Canada in like October, and I didn't come back for Thanksgiving. So yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
And then I think I came again in like May. It was
Yeah.
May, because May was when I had pink eye.
Oh yeah.
Came on here with pink
Eating
eye.
too much ass. That's what it was.
Fuck yeah.
I still don't know how I got fucking pink eye.
Eating ass in May. That's what they call it. No, but I actually was thinking today, Jake and Bubba. It has felt so much longer than 10 episodes ago that it was our 100th episode. Does it not? It feels like so long ago.
Yeah.
I
was thinking about that
I
today.
was thinking about that very recently, and I was editing all the stuff, and I'm like, damn, we're about to hit 110 already, but 100 feels like it was in February.
It does. I don't know. I really don't know why, but
It's because like
It was around Labor Day, wasn't it?
somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was sometime.
So 10 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, that seems about right.
which it's weird though, because when I just look forward to this every week, like
oh, dude, yeah.
the time I just lose track of time.
I mean, dude, 110 episodes. That's when we did a podcast. It was the like undergrads podcast during COVID. We did one. It was different. We did one every day, but every one was like 15 minutes, and we only did 6. We were like, all right, I don't want to fucking edit these anymore.
time to move on now.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting to the point now where we just literally come down here and we're like, all right, we have no idea. Again, no clue what we're gonna talk about.
No, because he texted me today, and he was like, "You got anything like planned that I should know about beforehand?" And I'm like, "Honestly, dude, no. Like, anymore. Like, I don't have anything on my notes."
Well, I mean, dude, that's the best thing. Like, when you're with your friends and you have like the best conversations you have with your friends, they just come about.
Yeah,
You don't know what you're talking about. Next thing you know, you're like in a rabbit hole talking about
Dude,
like bumblebees.
literally. Like last week, Zarlis came down and he was like, "I hope you guys have things to talk about because I don't have much." And we were all like, "Well, we don't either." But we just fucking bullshitted for it was a longer episode last week too.
What I still have it in my phone, but I have a notes tab that's like
Yeah.
podcast ideas. So all week when I think of
Yeah.
something, I'd write it down, and then I just noticed a couple episodes in a row, I'm like, I'm writing all these ideas down, and we just never end up talking about this shit anyway. So I'm not gonna waste my time anymore. And
Okay.
now we just crush.
I mean, dude, yeah, that's how it should be. Like, so speaking of like note stuff, I figured this out in high school. I was watching an interview with Dan Aykroyd,
Okay, yeah.
like Ghostbusters, the
Mhm.
OG, and I was reading something when he was younger. He started writing down everything that like anything that happened to him that was funny or that was said to him that was funny. He just wrote down, and so I started doing that in high school. So I have a note page in my phone from when I think I was a sophomore or junior in high school that I like still like just write
That's
something
cool.
down.
that's dope.
Let me see.
awesome.
Let me see
Yeah.
what the last entry was. It was probably like a couple weeks ago. And yeah, sometimes I don't touch it for like a month, and other days I'll like hit like 2 in one night. Let's see.
Damn, that is sick though. I couldn't imagine just keeping track of things I've said for 6-7 years.
Oh, somebody told me like I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know how it came up, but I think we were talking about Alex Trebek in Jeopardy, and some guy I was with was like, "Isn't that great though? Everybody loves Alex Trebek. Nobody gives a shit about Pat Sajak, the Wheel of Fortune guy. They're like, when he dies,
Fuck
they're
the
gonna
wheel.
they're gonna have a new host, and no one's gonna give a shit. Him and Vanna White, that old ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no one cares.
That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny.
You brought your note thing up, but before you read any of that, I have to tell this. It just made me think. When we went to the beach this year, the night we were on the beach, me and Sith,
Yeah.
was the most stoned I've ever been in my entire life. And I started a notes thing when we were sitting there. I have to read you guys.
Read
what
'em,
these
go
are.
ahead.
They are ridiculous.
Who are you with?
Me, Jake, and our friend Sith
Oh, okay.
at the beach, our family beach vacation.
God, if he ever does something bad to you guys, you could be like, "Oh, bro, that was the revenge of the."
These are so ridiculous. We're alive. Chant it to the skies. Next thing. This is your spiritual awareness. Getting baptized by the vibes.
Bro, dude, you know how many times people
I mean, put that on a fucking t-shirt. What a statement that is.
Bro, vibes is the most overused word in Los
Oh,
Angeles.
it is now.
It's so stupid.
Dude, I'm living my new life mottos getting baptized by the
No,
vibes.
but the last one is just one word, and it's Jupiter. I don't know why when you said you have a notes page, it made me think of that, and I just
I
had
mean,
to
yeah,
share.
most of mine are like stupid, like I have like most of them are just like quotes. Like if somebody said something, it's like a
Mhm.
call and response. So it's one time I was with a group of people and some guy was bringing like a girl, like a girlfriend of his, and he was like, "Oh, can she like bring a friend?" And one of my brothers was like, "We need a height and weight before we can say yes." Shit like that.
Oh my god,
Dude, I mean that's true though.
Yeah.
That's like what happens.
Certain things, like
Let's not act like I'm kind of on his side here.
yeah. I mean,
Like it's one of those
So
things
bad, I mean.
where it's like
girls,
listen,
girls do the same thing too.
girls do the
Like,
exact same
what is he?
thing.
Look? Is he?
is he
cute?
is he short, bro? They're
Oh,
like, is he short?
let me pull up a picture on my Instagram. I'll show you. It's
Yeah,
like
can I creep real quick?
yeah, it's like chill out, bro.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that reminded me of, like creeping on Instagram. Whenever you're like if you ever, I'm sure you guys have done this, but say like you go out with like a girl and your boys are like, "Oh, let me see a picture of her." You go on her Instagram, you scroll until you find the most
Yeah,
fire.
hold
pic.
on,
You're like,
so-
"I want you to look at this one," but hey, don't back out.
December of
Scroll.
2000.
Dude,
20,
yes, I have done that so many times.
It's like, wait, why
They're
is
like-
this picture from 2015?
they're like, can we see a picture? And you're like, oh fuck,
You
I
know
gotta-
you're confident when you hand them the open
Yeah.
profile and you're like, "You go ahead."
yeah.
You go ahead.
hey, you pick the picture you want to look at, fam.
Okay, so I was thinking about this the other day. I was watching. I'm on a weird binge now where I'm just watching like old movies I haven't seen in a while. Like I was watching like The American Pies.
Oh
and
yeah,
I watched like Accepted last week. And does anybody else like weirdly like get off when you hear back in like the early 2000s when movies will say like retard
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh
Yeah,
bro,
this is great.
that was back when they could say it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You're like, oh, that's crazy. Or like the F word,
Yeah.
not fuck.
No, yeah,
You're
It's-
like, oh, bro, yeah. It's so funny because
Or-
now it's a taboo.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
or like the early seasons of The Office, where they just say whatever the fuck is on their
Dude, the
mind.
gay witch hunt episode.
Dude, people can act like however they want on this situation, but let's be real. Comedy was best when nothing was off limits.
No, exactly. And it's the best comedy now is the guys who are like, hey, we're gonna talk about that.
Exactly.
We're gonna
Yeah,
we're
oh,
gonna
yeah.
talk about like what is it? Segura in his like latest stand up, he's like, let's talk about words we can't say anymore. Like midget. We just had that one. You know, and he goes, you know exactly what you were talking about. If you're like, oh hey, I saw a little person at Jen's, you know, Bubba would be like, oh, is JT there?
Oh, yeah, exactly. You'd be like, oh, an underage
But if
person was in there.
if you say midget, you know exactly what you're talking
Oh,
about. You're
dude,
like,
I
oh,
agree.
Yep, know exactly what you're talking
Same with like Chappelle. Like he just doesn't give a fuck.
about. Oh, his latest
oh, yeah.
stand up.
Dude, I don't know
God.
what your take is on this, but I personally feel like the pendulum's now swinging back the other way. I feel like there's a lot of people now that have just with everything that's gone on and everybody can see certain things, and when the truth comes to light and you kind of, a light bulb goes off in your head and you're just like, oh damn, like, like you basically just got to live life for your own. There's not that person watching over you. I feel like now everybody's wants to get back in the comedy sphere and that humor, and they enjoy hearing that stuff because they truly know that that's how daily life conversation
Dude,
goes.
absolutely. And I think it's also like, I don't know who it was. I think it was like Andrew Schultz. Maybe he was just talking about it. I think Chappelle too. It's like, these are comedians, like people who, I hate seeing like videos of like hecklers at comedy shows and they get offended. It's like, you fucking paid to go see a comedian, especially the ones where it's like you
know what you signed up for.
You go to a comedy store, you don't know who you're getting, maybe, but like if you go to like Andrew Schultz, you're signing up to go to a Chappelle show. Yeah, you know it's not going to be fucking PG. Yeah. Like, why are you going? Well, also, it's a joke.
It is a joke.
It's a joke.
And the best part is, I would say 99% of those people, maybe 100, they laughed at every other joke about everybody else, but until it fit their set,
their mold,
and how they act. Exactly. It's like,
you can't say that about me.
You cannot say that
you
anymore.
You can make fun of everybody else.
But yourself.
But that. It's stupid, bro. That's like me being offended if somebody, because I'm Irish, somebody walked up to me and was like, yo, what up, you fucking Mick? Like, I'm gonna get offended.
Is that what they're called?
The Irish, like,
I didn't know
like
that.
Italians are guineas.
Yeah, I knew that.
You can say this, dude, it's a white racial slur.
Whoa, dude, this is wild. That's why a lot of Irish people are named Mickey.
Yeah.
It's all making sense.
Like, my last name is McDonald.
Oh,
it's all making sense.
Whoa,
yeah, brother Mix. That's like Irish. That's like an Irish, like
McCormick.
Wow,
bro. Yeah, I also think, to go off of what you just said, I think why more people are like getting back into it is because there's been so much like bullshit and drama and just overall like depressing shit going on in society that they want to escape from that. They want to joke about shit.
Yeah, people
want to joke about
shit. Dude, I'm telling you, people got burnt out on canceling things. I think everyone did. Everyone was doing it, guns a-blazing, like, cancel this, cancel this, cancel this. And what happens when you guns ablaze on something? You get burnt out. So it's like, now they're like, oh, I can't do it anymore.
Everyone was so fed up with COVID that you watch a lot of comedians, they don't talk about COVID.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to talk about it.
It's easy, and it's lame now.
It's so dumb. If I go to a show and someone's talking about COVID, I'm like, oh, what'd you do that I also
dude, it's to the point where you either can listen about monoclonal antibodies or somebody getting fucked in the ass. And I'm choosing somebody getting fucked in the ass
every
10 out of 10.
day of the week.
Yeah.
Every day of the week.
That's at least the Rogan episodes I've listened to lately, they always are ended up talking about COVID, though. Every episode. I'm like, dude, you got...
Yeah, he's a little different because he's been like...
He gets scientists and shit on
and
there,
he's big on whatever formula he does.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't realize it, I don't think, but he's bringing it up so much now, and it's all because fucking CNN had to say that
I hate the
lie
news.
about him, and now in his head he's like, dude, I have to always bring this up. Like, I feel like
he's like on a revenge tour.
He is.
Like, I'm tired of fucking hearing about it.
I agree. Too, like, I'm with you,
dude. I hate all news. I'm not like swaying one way. Every side
I agree.
is just as bad.
I agree.
Even if like whatever, if you're conservative, you're gonna bitch and moan about whatever CNN and MSNBC are doing, and then or sorry about CNN, and then if you're liberal, you're bitching about Fox News, where they're both just as bad.
Yeah,
no matter what you're fucking saying.
I don't watch any of it.
I hate it. I'm so happy I don't have cable anymore.
Same.
I got rid of cable like 2 years ago. It's awesome. I only watch cable for sports.
I try to get in that algorithm where every time it's political on my newsfeed, I just like exit. Like,
don't show this anymore.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, and it just seems way too simple for me because it correlates with the depression and everything that's going on in America and society. Like, if you're always pumping all the negative stuff and you're seeing people drastically downswing, when are people going to realize that, hey, we need to change the way we live or everybody's going to be a fucking lunatic walking around on the side of the road jerking off to some hot bitch that just drove by? Hey, sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah. Byron, have you seen that guy?
Yeah, dude, those videos are so
have you
seen
funny.
That
too?
Oh, Byron, take me out to dinner,
dude. Jake, you watch? Yeah, you watch it, and for some reason, I feel like I'm in like the '90s, like some Ja Rule I feel like Ja Rule should be in this video for some reason.
Well, did you guys ever watch All Gas No Brakes?
I don't think so.
He was the guy that would go around and just like talk to the most like random like psychos who would be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
Obama killed Biggie."
Yeah,
like, stuff like
dude,
that.
it's like these crackheads like on the streets just going off about
so funny.
the dumbest shit.
We should give them a bigger voice.
Dude,
Tell
I
them
agree.
what to do.
I want to meet them. Like,
What is guy on 6th Avenue think about COVID and everything?
Dude, I could.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's so many homeless people in Los Angeles. I should start talking to them.
yeah, pull like
Some of them are weird. Like a few weeks ago, I was walking with my roommate. We were walking to the grocery store, which is like 2 blocks away. We passed this homeless dude who was like talking to himself. So we avoid that. And then for some reason, when we got closer, he felt the need to just go, "I like cock." And, like, we like, it was one of those moments where like I just like kept my head down, but as soon as I passed him, he was out of my view. I started dying.
I wish he would have went. I
dying,
wish he would have went like, I love cock. Come see me at the Improv
Dude,
tonight.
I know, dude. Yeah,
At 7 p.m.
bro. It's to the point now where me and my roommate just looked at each other. We were like, "God damn,
yeah.
like
Dude,
what do you say that?"
dude, even like High Street in Morgantown is so bad.
It
Like,
is, bro.
I was down there for work and I had to park further down and I had to get out and like walk up the sidewalk. And this guy was like leaning up against the wall, like you could tell he was he was on crack or whatever.
He was up to something.
And he came up to me.
Those knuckleheads.
He came up to me and started talking to me. He just said, "The United States Postal Service," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "The United States Postal Service." I was like, "Yeah, like the post office is down the road. Like if you need to mail something." And I kept walking, and then he kept following me. He goes, "You know the United States Postal Service?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "What do you think about that?" And I was like,
Fraudulent. Like what the fuck?
I
do you
know.
mean?
I
What
was
are
like,
you gonna
oh, I don't know, man. He's like, "Oh, you don't know? Well, I know."
Dude, yo, they
I
always
"What?"
know
Yeah.
everything.
I was like,
Dude,
"All right."
they'll come up to me and be like, "So, dude, you really want to know exactly how JFK was killed?
Yeah.
He wasn't even in Dallas."
Yeah.
Like, dude, they know. They for some reason their sources are way better.
Maybe
than
they
the news.
maybe they've broken.
Mama's right. We need to give them a bigger voice because
Yeah.
they know secrets.
Yeah,
Dude, the
yeah.
government is pumping out the conspiracies to the misfortunate on the streets in the big cities.
Dude,
Yeah.
you might have to add it.
because we're overlooked.
Dude, there's some dude on the street who knows the cure. for
You might
cancer,
have to add
and
a
people
number
think he's
4
just-
to your blog about people
Oh,
that don't have a
Need
voice on Twitter.
Yep, you're right.
The homeless
The
people.
homeless people.
We could start like a kind of like a Billy on the Street show. It's except the
Except
juice.
okay, that's kind of what All Gas No Brakes was.
Okay.
But now it's called. You should look it up. Follow him. It's called Channel 5.
Okay.
He just goes around and he just talks to like randos. Like he was one of the first guys who went last year when COVID started. He was one of the first guys who went to like spring break in Miami. It was like interviewing people, and they were like, fuck this shit.
Dude, yeah, so it's
whatever."
just
So
like-
he's like in it. He was like, he's mainly like for comedy. Like he just interviews like the most random motherfuckers. But he also like he was there. He was like in the middle of all the shit when all those riots were going down in for like BLM in like June. He was like there talking to people while they were looting. He's just like, what do you got over there? What are you stealing? Like,
Dude, that was the first thing I asked you. I was like, "Sir, the homeless people as bad as it?"
well, dude, apparently since I've been back, there's been a fuck ton of like looting going on, but not by me. Like, I don't think by me, but I mean, I'm in. Okay, it's weird when I tell people like I'm in Hollywood, but it's also West Hollywood. Like, okay, if you put like two things side by side, I am like in the middle. So if I walk a block east, there's like something that's like, oh, this is like the Hollywood auto shop. And then I walk a block to the west, it's the West Hollywood Target.
Okay.
So you're like living on the Wheeling Island of Hollywood.
Not even, because I mean Wheeling Island is shit.
No, I didn't mean like quality.
The
I didn't-
Wheeling Island of Hollywood.
I didn't mean the quality wise. I meant like you walk this
Dude,
way
it's
and
literally
you're
like
in
by-
Ohio.
It's literally like
Yeah.
this like a 2-block stretch where you're not in West Hollywood and you're not considered Hollywood. That's where we fucking live.
What are those 4 states that connect when you can like step
Yeah. New Mexico, Arizona.
Nevada and Utah?
Yeah,
That sounds right.
That
We'll
sounds
go with
right.
that.
So you live
We won't fact check you
like
on
that.
What do you mean?
So so you have Hollywood here and West Hollywood here.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not like a designated area where you can like cross a line and it's like you're not in like Nevada or California anymore, like and you're in Tahoe and you're like, whoa, you're crossing borders. You know, it's in a weird like area. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like weird. I don't know.
Feel you.
But I mean,
So how has so of course You grew up here,
Yeah.
then you go to Colorado.
Mhm.
How's the transition from Colorado to LA? Because I believe literally the last thing we talked about, like the last thing in our last episode, was that you were moving.
Yeah,
to
it was
LA.
right
Yeah,
before you
yeah.
So
moved.
let's go into
So,
that.
It's definitely been a change by far. I mean, Colorado was so laid back. Oh, I miss it. I was so laid back and everything was cool. And Denver was like a big city and there was a lot going on, but it didn't feel like it was like crazy. Like I knew where everything was. I never lived in Denver specifically, but I knew how to get around just by going frequently. Whereas like LA, I could maybe go to like 4 places within a 4-block radius, but if not, I had to buy one of those things you put in your car so you have your phone up so I can have like navigation on, because it's just I don't know, it's very very stressful. I would say like the first month and a half was very stressful because there's just so much going on. You don't know what's going on and you get thrust into the traffic and everyone's going like 80 and it's 2 lanes and you're switching. Like I don't think on every like street that I've had to turn left at like a stoplight, I don't think I've turned left when it's been green. I've had to turn left when it's red and it's like the last moment the other people stop and you just book it because there's so much fucking traffic. People talk about LA traffic. It is a shit show.
That just makes me inwardly panic.
Oh, it sucks. And I'm like, my friends say I have road rage, but mainly it was just because like, I don't know, people in Colorado drive very lackadaisically. So like they're like calm and they're taking their turns super slow. And I like will honk and be like, yo, pick it the fuck up. Like gas pedals on the right. Whereas with LA, it's like if you don't know how to drive, people just shun you. Like, oh my god.
Did you run into the interstates when they collide yet? 470 and 70,
like here
going towards the Highlands.
No.
Yeah, dude, that I don't know
I
how
haven't
there
gone there
hasn't
yet.
been fatal injuries right there.
I'm not. It's like one of the most deadliest spots. Right
I'm
now.
just surprised that the highway going up like right over here when you're like, going up to like Figs or like towards Elm Grove. I'm surprised that's done because I felt like that construction started when I left for college and it was still here in July.
Yeah, it is weird having 3 lanes. I forgot that we used to have 3 lanes. But basically, 70 yields to 470. So you're driving yields. So when you're driving full speed, 55, 70, 80, whatever, however fast you're going, you have to slow down and basically stop because the 2 lanes are just coming full speed down the hill.
Yeah,
Gee.
it's not good.
God damn. I mean, there's like I've seen a handful of accidents in LA thus far. But I mean, oh dude, no one if you have to go on the highway, you're fucked. It's just so bad. It takes like so the beach is 14 miles away, the closest beach, like Santa Monica, let's say. It takes me 45 to an hour,
Whoa.
depending on the time of day.
That's crazy.
It sucks. It sucks. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting used to it now. Like, we have like a good group out there that we've like hanging out with. My roommates and I are getting settled, and we have like spots we go to, like restaurants we dig, and bars we go to a lot, and like we have a movie theater we go to, all stuff. So we're finding stuff that we go to a lot, and we're getting settled with that. And there's a lot of stuff like in our general area. Thankfully, we live in like a good area, which has been good. But like, yeah, the first month and a half was just like tough. It was just stressful.
So when you're doing that stuff, of course you're going out to have a good time with your friends. But is that also something that you have to do to like network to get to know other people? Like do you have, without going into deep detail of anything if you don't want to, do you have like projects that you know you're going to do, or are you right now hunting?
So like I think that was like a 2-parter. So like the first part
Yes, it was. Yes.
The first part of like going to meet people, like I don't go like out to like bars to like meet people hoping for work, but I've met people that are like, "Oh, hey, I do this." And I'm like, "Oh, let me exchange your contact. Let me get this going." And then so like I guess the best thing about moving to LA and why this part was easy was that I had a lot of friends from college who were from California that moved back. So they live out there. And then I also had friends who I went to like film school with who are out there. And my buddy, Mark Bush, shout out Mark Bush. He was in undergrad.
Oh yeah, that's the Bush.
Yeah, the Bush. He lives out there and he's been working on sets for like 2 years. And he got me gigs just by like I think I was there and I think on my like 4th day he came over and he got a phone call and he was like, hey, we need somebody tomorrow. Do you want to work for like 2 days? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then because of that, like he became he gave my name to people, and so I get calls from like people. I was bummed when I literally on my flight home on Thursday of last week, I got like texts from 2 different people who were like, hey, can you be like a runner for us tomorrow? Which is good because like I'm still focused on like writing and stuff, but having like day-to-day stuff has been like it's been okay. I recently became a CCO, which is I'm a certified COVID compliance officer. So it's basically the person on set who like makes sure that people are following protocols, like eating outside, wearing a mask when you're on set and shit. But it is the easiest job in the world. I get paid much more than a PA, and I do little to nothing.
Really?
So like the worst part of the day is like the first like 2 hours when you're checking people in, taking temperatures, marking that shit down. Sometimes they'll have a nurse on set. Like my first set was a nurse was there and she had to rapid COVID test everybody. So I was like doing all that shit. But then once they're gone, I pretty much hang out at a table that I have extra masks, Clorox wipes, temperature gun in case somebody comes to set late. And I just kind of hang out, and then I would say like once or twice an hour, I'll walk on the set. Like I have access to like everything. Depending on the set, I'll just walk around, and if I see somebody, I'm just like, hey, like, hold on. But some assholes are super like militant about it. Like I've dealt with like really like tough CCOs, and they're just like, hey, put your fucking mask on. And then I worked on a set it was for the Food Network. It was like a baking show. And
hell yeah, was it that British?
No, it's a new show. It's not out. It's a new show. It's not out yet. It's called Bake or Break.
Oh,
it's
that's
like
cool.
It's kind of like a woman's bakery in Los Angeles was getting renovated, so they were like doing like a new like almost like I was gonna say Pimp My Ride, but almost like real home improvement where they like make it look nice, whatever. So I was doing that. So it was like people doing like construction and they were filming it. But like the baker was there and she was just whipping up food for us.
There's something about a good baking show that can always suck me
dude,
in.
yeah,
There is.
absolutely. But so yeah, like I was cool about it in a sense that people know that I'm the CCO because there was only one of me. So when I'm on set and somebody sees me, because most of the people that are on set are used to it, they'll look at me and they'll like double check that everything's cool. And so I can just look at somebody and their mask is down and they're like, oh, fuck, sorry. And I don't have to be up their ass.
That's an
about
awesome
it.
power.
Exactly. Whereas like some people, like some guy came up to me and he was like, hey, man, just want to let you know, like, you've been super cool about it. Like, I was like, yeah. I was like, I know you guys are doing your job. Everyone here is vaccinated or else you wouldn't be on set. And I was like, everyone's doing their job. I'm not trying to disrupt anybody. Or like, if you're in the middle of talking with the director, I'm not going to interrupt you to do whatever. Like, you guys are all smart about it. Just don't be idiots. Like, there were a couple people I was like, hey, just like whatever. But I'm not going to be like a dick about it. 'Cause some CCOs will literally like stand there over your shoulder, all set. Where I'm like, I'll give them time so that everything can go smoothly and we don't have to be here for fucking 14 hours. We can get out. But my first time as a CCO, and I'll answer the second half of your question. First time I was a CCO.
You take your damn time.
Sorry.
Yeah, fucking tell the dang story.
First time I was a CCO, I was told that I was going to be an assistant. So I just got my certification, and I thought I was just going to go and help out and like to like an actual CCO. And I get there, and I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Edward. I'm supposed to help like be the CCO today. And he's like, oh, okay. Nah, you're the lead CCO today. I was like, okay, I didn't tell him that it was like my first time. I was like, I kind of have no idea what I'm doing. Because the test, it was like we had to take like an hour online class and then a quiz that was a joke. You guys could take it right now without the class. It's so easy. But
Well,
maybe.
But he was like, all right, so I'm there for maybe 5 minutes, and the dude's like, all right, yeah, so you're gonna talk to crew. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, give like your speech in the morning. And I was like, okay. So it's like 8 in the morning, and I've been on set for like 5 minutes, and I'm like stressing that I'm now in charge, and the whole entire crew of like 45 people is just surrounded around me.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, all right, so we all know COVID. And I just had to like talk about like safety precautions and stuff and like what to do, like stay outside if you're going to eat, try and do 6 feet when you can. I know all of you can't, like wear a mask at all times. I have to like not lotion. I have to put like Clorox wipe down certain areas, like the most used areas, like door handles and shit like that. And then I tried to fucking make a joke about like eating outside because there was some dude like they had a bagels and donuts set up, and there was some like grip who was just like eating a donut, listening to me, and his mask was down. I was like, if you're gonna eat, do it outside. This guy's got it. Dude, nobody laughed.
Really?
Nobody
Oh,
laughed.
come
I think
on.
one dude was probably like, huh. Let's get this show on the road. So I tried to just wrap it up as quickly as I could, and I was like, all right, you know who I am. I'm the CCO. And that was like that.
Dang.
I mean, dude, at least that's probably one of the hardest first days you'll have going forward.
See, yeah, now every day is easy.
Now it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I did a good job because the dude who got me the gig was like, hey, you did a good job, so we'll like bring you back for some more stuff. And I was like, okay, that's great. Give some more gigs. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm still the film, the first episode we were talking about my Canadian film. That is currently going through the festival circuit in Canada right now. So we've been in 2 festivals so far in Canada, one in Calgary and one in another one that I don't know. And we won both of them.
Oh, shit.
Which I was surprised with, but super stoked on. And the Calgary Film Festival, which was a little bigger, we won the audience award. So like the audience picked us as like their favorite movie,
well,
and then
that,
like
that's got to
feature
be
award.
like a really good
Dude, it's a
feeling.
big boost. And actually,
Yeah.
after the Calgary Film Festival, I read my first review of the movie, and I was like, oh fuck, here we go, gonna get fucking lit up. But it was a good review. She like understood the movie's very like tongue in cheek about the '80s. It's like an '80s movie, but it's not. It's like how they dress is '80s, the music is '80s, everything about it feels like '80s, and she understood that that's what we were going for, and it's very like tongue in cheek, and so she gave us a good review, which I was happy about. But I'm going to Whistler, Canada, not this weekend, next weekend for the Whistler Film Festival. That's gonna be like 3 days. That
Where's that? What's that?
Whistler's
Which
in
side?
Canada. It's like in the middle.
Okay.
It's like above Montana, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I've like never been, but the next thing that I got going on is a script that I wrote this summer. I sent it to you. I don't know if you read it. It's called Girl Scouts, and the guy who did the Canadian film is super interested. He likes it and he wants to get it going. But kind of going off of what you asked about like meeting people. So before I moved to California, I knew of a producer who lived out there who worked on like Entourage and a bunch of other like Showtime shows like Shameless and other like stars and Showtime shows or whatever. And him and I become like good friends, and he's kind of like been like helping me with certain things. And I sent that to him, and he loved it, and he's trying to like pitch it around. So
That's legit.
yeah. So it's kind of like we don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen because with the guy who produced our Canadian film, if we do it through him, well, so like I wrote it, but if we do it through him, I'll get to direct with my buddy Luke, my roommate. We did undergrad together. And so I'll be able to do that, but the budget will be a lot less. And I was talking to like my producer friend in Los Angeles, who's like, he's in his 40s or 50s, I think. But he was like, dude, I'd love that idea. You could probably sell that for like 7 figures, like sell that. So I was like, okay, do I want to like, that's where I have to come down and like think about it. Do I want to like make it for say $1 million, but I would get paid like a lot less. Like $1 million is the budget. I would get a fraction of that. Or do I want to just get outright paid $1 million?
Oh, you want to get outright paid.
I don't know.
But
see, like that, you're right, but also it's kind of like, okay, I could get paid for them to just like they could buy my script off of me, and then I'm done. My name's on it, and that's it. Or I could risk directing it with Luke and being the writer and probably having like a producer tag on it, and if that does well, I get notoriety for doing all of
that's
it.
true too.
So it could be like directing it could help me and like my buddies like in the future to do something even more, or I could sell it just for a lot and be chill to then just like focus on like my next thing.
Yeah, that is tough.
So both sound great. Yeah, like if somebody wanted to give me $1 million right now, like absolutely. But who's to say I take a small amount of money, small like film standards money for directing it, but I have a percentage on the back end. It does well. Netflix picks it up for 15, and then I make $7 million. Based on my percentage. So like
high risk, high reward.
Gamble. It's a gamble. So
that is a
like,
gamble.
You don't know, and I think also it depends on like the guy I know from LA. He knows a lot of better contacts. So it's you could also say like if I sell it to somebody in LA who's like notable, they may come to me again, or there may be like, hey, we love this. Do you have something else?
So, I
That's
think you
tough.
do the movie.
Yeah.
Like, you mean
Because
direct it?
You direct the movie because
I mean, yeah. But then again, like going off of like 1 million, if somebody came to me and was like, hey, here's $5 million, I would be like,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
like you said, back end stuff though. Like you could do this movie, it goes around the circuit,
Yeah.
and while you are doing your other project, if that would take off while you're in the middle of doing your other project, you're always going to have that buddy
Yeah.
who seems like he's always going to help you out.
So yeah, absolutely. But it's also kind of like, so it's been over a year since we filmed our Canadian movie, and it's just now going through like the festival circuit. Our first festival was in September.
Okay.
So, waiting a year of like not having work, it depends. Living in LA, like
it's very true.
So
No.
do I want to do that, or do I want to just say, hey, right now, I want some cash, like. But then I'd also like, depending on how much it is, I may have enough money to last me for a little while to then get my next thing like going. Like,
Yeah.
say if like hypothetically, if somebody paid me $5 million for this script, and the guy I know wants to make a movie for $1 million, I would say, okay, here, I will then like now I have $1 million to then direct something that else I want to do.
It's very true.
Whereas also, if I'm gonna direct it, I'm not like I told him I asked for creative control. I was like, I'll do this if I get creative control. Within like guidelines. Like I'm not gonna go to him and say, I want this $2 million Beatles song in the movie with our $1 million budget. Like I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be reasonable about it. But because I'm not putting anything up, like I don't have that much money. But if I put up $1 million of like the budget, I'm like, everyone here is doing what I'm fucking telling them to do.
Oh yeah.
That's also very true because then dude, I think you
Dude,
just
both-
convinced me the other way though.
Dude,
There's both sides, man.
That's what I was gonna say is
I'm swayed.
if you just take the money of them buying the script from you, then you're comfortable for a little bit
Yeah.
to
Also,
like
if I do that,
to like start something else.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
I can chill. And
Because I have a better chance of getting in if you have the money already.
dude, I thought about you for a role.
See, it's listen.
No,
I've been manifesting this since episode one.
There is literally a role that is in the script of Girl Scouts that I literally think I've thought. I was like, bro, Jake could do this.
I will quit my job and move with you today.
You wouldn't even need to quit your job. You would just say like, give me like a week off.
Yeah,
You'd probably genuinely you would have 1 day of shooting.
Dude, I'm in.
But also, it would most likely be now. If I was putting up money, I could say like, yeah, I'm casting this kid. But if
Exactly.
I'm not, I'm going to say like, let this kid audition.
Yeah, you have to talk to
But
my
then
agent,
again, But then again, I would
Yeah.
probably be like on the side. I would be coaching the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Jake is Vinny Chase and I'm his E.
yeah, I
like,
mean, you
so-
have to talk to
So,
my
yeah.
agent about
We're-
this.
yeah,
but
I won't. The scene is basically like some kid. He's like, I don't want to. I won't get into it too much because I want you to read it. Send it to you. I'll send
I
it
think
to
you
too.
may have before. I didn't read it yet, but I think you told me about it before.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
the same
because I
thing.
was working on
That's
it.
the same thing. You were like, you said you had a smaller role you could see
Yeah.
Jake in. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
talked to me.
So
about that before.
I had this idea in like March, I think was when I first started really getting into it, and I actually started it as a series, like a short
Damn, that'd be
series,
cool.
something that we could just do, like me and my buddies could just do. And then after I wrote like I think it was like 5 like 10-page episodes, which was like 10 minutes. I literally just put them together, and I was like, this could be a feature. And then I just like added scenes, whatever, to make it a feature. And now I have an arc and a climax and things like that to where it works. But this kid loses his job, or he gets fired, and then he's now forced to work with his dad as like a realtor or something. And then he's in the office. Imagine like one of those scenes where you're at like a water cooler with another employee, and this kid is just depressed, talking about like real estate because he hates real estate. And one of his coworkers is like, dude, I was showing this fucking house to this MILF, bro, and I was trying to get her into the jacuzzi, but her husband came, and he's like a total douche. And the guy's like, yeah, man, sounds like a weekend. That would be you. That would be you, just being this douchebag.
I could do it. It sounds like me already.
Bro, yeah, I
actually.
also think like you could just bring like a character to it that could just be hilarious.
Dude, I'm in, and I just want the audience to know manifesting's real. You started episode 1, now we're here 4, and here I am, dude. I'm a movie star already. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
a
depending on where
movie
it goes, like
star.
I like have genuinely thought I was like, I didn't write. So a lot of characters you write, like I have like descriptors for. I've like one character. I'm like, this character is African American. This character is Asian. This character is like Latin. Whereas like this character, which is kind of just like a one-off, he's on it for like a page. I'm like, it could literally be anybody who just does the best job.
Yeah,
So,
dude. I mean, I'll
all shapes, sizes, colors, don't care.
I'll bring it against anybody.
Oh, bro, I'll coach you.
I'll bring the fucking heat.
That's
dude.
one, dude. I think it'd be so funny if like we get like, because you get like a lot of submissions depending on what you do or what kind of casting director you have, and then I'm coaching on side, and then all of a sudden we're like, yeah, our next one's this kid named Jake. Let's check it out, and I'm like, that kid was good. I'm just like, under the
You're like that
table.
kid. You guys,
yo, I don't know if you guys know this. That's what I imagine the
Yeah.
character to look like.
Exactly.
Dude, I'm literally
be like, he even looks exactly like the guy when I imagined his character.
I'm literally just picturing all the Johnny drama auditions
yeah.
and Entourage now, where he's just like hyperventilating.
Yeah,
I
he's,
could
like,
just
sweating and screaming.
Well, see,
Yeah, he's
now,
like,
now
Can you quiet down, please?
now what's better about it from an acting standpoint is the first thing you submit is a video.
okay.
So you can pretty much do like 80 takes until you find the one you want. And then what gets harder is we did this when we were like doing casting for our Canadian film, because we got to be involved in a little bit. Is there were a lot of people that we loved their tapes, and then we got them on a Zoom call to like talk to them, and they shat the bed so bad, and we were like, oh nope, So, but thankfully yours, and that happened mainly with like the main characters. Like we would give them all one scene to read, but then when we would do the Zoom call, we're like, okay, you got your new scene, and we're gonna do it right now. Most like rehearsed and stuff, but like. It's weird because like I'll write a certain way, and when I read dialogue, I read it in my head like it's being acted.
Yeah.
So some words in this line, like you got to emphasize this word for this line to make sense.
Gotcha.
And so you look for those kind of cues. And if people
Gotcha.
don't have that, some people bring it. You're like, yeah, they hit exactly what I was going for without telling them. Because that's another thing is like, if I like know I'm directing, I can like tell people like what I want them to say this like, but if not, you almost want to pick somebody who would pick up on that without you telling them.
Oh,
then
yeah.
they get what you're going for, and you're like, okay, I'll have a way easier time with this person than that one. Even if this girl may fit the character more, she did a better actor. When it comes down to it, I'd rather have someone be a better actor than just look good.
Yeah, someone would just pull out their phone, and I'd be like, I'm acting here. What are you doing?
Hey, yeah, I love when
That-
he's like all serious with his scripts, like Johnny
He's
Drama.
texting.
Yeah, he's like, hey, can you quiet down, please?
Dude, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the best when he finally gets to that second audition. Like, this is what he needs. It's the same guy just on his
Bro,
phone.
one of my favorite lines is something, I think it's Vinny Chase tells Ari, he's like, I'm not doing anything until you get my brother an audition. And
Yeah.
Ari goes to his group and he's like, all right, Johnny Chase, we're getting him an audition. I don't care if it's an orgy and he's raped by a gaggle of silverback gorillas. You get him something
Yeah.
today. And
They're all in the war room.
yeah. And his
Holds
head-
up his like jar or Apple
he's
store.
he went to the Apple store to get his headshots.
Dude, and then literally he has the opening and best line of the whole Entourage movie when they're cruising in and they see the boat of girls and he's just sitting there. He's like, I'm going to have to jerk off before we even get there. And that's the first line of the Entourage movie.
Also, I think it would be so funny is like most people when you submit like tapes, whatever, you submit like a headshot as well, like of what you look like. If we get to do yours, please make it just the most absurd. Like I want you in a turtleneck by a fire, holding like wine.
With, a
Like
big necklace on.
Tony Stark glasses on.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
look like an absolute player.
Christmas tree behind me.
without
just
a doubt.
just for the effect.
fire-
and it could
fireplace.
be July.
It could
No
be July.
fireplace. You have to be holding like a cat.
Oh yeah.
A cat,
Yeah.
a cat, one of those whiskey drinks where you're cupped
Yeah.
from the bottom, and then you're in a turtleneck, chain on the outside.
Big
Yeah.
Tony Stark
in.
glasses on.
That's like one of my roommates in
Peaky
college,
Blinders hair.
in one of his classes, he had to have like one of his assignments was a video based like group project where all his friends had to like compliment him. It was very weird. Like say what he did best. It was like a project management class or whatever. And that's what I did. We had like a mini fireplace and I like propped it on a table and had like gin in the picture, just like ridiculous stuff.
Product placement.
Yeah, they like placed it like in front of his whole class. So that was awesome.
That is fucking
Dude,
funny.
that was like all of film school. Whenever we'd make like short films in our classes, we would all watch it, and then we would call them like deliberations. So we'd all watch it, and then like if I did a film, the whole class would watch my film, and then I would go up and sit in a chair, and everyone would just like tear me apart. or
Oh,
like giving
man.
compliments and stuff. And some some were good, some were bad. But like it was just people giving like feedback. And then the best is when some films were just such dog shit. And you didn't want to be like, yo, I fucking hated that. Or you have to like be somewhat constructive, like, I think your lighting was a little off in that scene, where I was like, no, that movie just sucked. Like, so it's just like, it just depends.
So did you see that opening scene? That was pretty good. Just delete everything after that and start over.
Yeah, exactly. Like stuff like that. And like, yeah. And some people like sit there, like, a movie is really bad if no one wants to say anything.
Oh God.
If there's like one dude who's like, you could tell that shit was forced and no one's saying anything, it's just kind of like, and the teacher's like, come on guys, like, because they're not gonna say shit.
Yeah.
Some teachers teachers are cool.
That's kind of like what we were talking about last week, like bombing if you're a stand-up comedian. I feel like that's kind of like the same feeling. Like you're not getting any reaction.
Yeah. I mean, well, thankfully the classes were only like 12 people and a teacher, but like if you're bombing at a comedy show, oh my God. Dude.
Yeah, that was one of the things we said last week. Like that has to be one of the top 10 worst feelings of all time.
Dude, but this is the spin zone I put on it. I was like, if that's something that you did and you were so used to bombing, of course you'll get better. But if that's the worst thing that happens to you in life, I feel like life itself would be so much more fun.
Yeah, I mean,
if I know
true.
I just have to worry about
if that's like your job,
Yeah.
that's what you're going for. Yeah,
going on stage, dude, I couldn't literally imagine just like saying a punchline that ripped that I think so funny, and I just start laughing after, and it's just
well, it also depends on where you go.
It does. Yeah, I feel like different parts.
You could say some shit here in Wheeling that would murder, and then you go to like Seattle, and you're a little bit un-PC, and people are like, ooh. And then so you got to pick your audience. So you got to pretty much have jokes that's for like a general audience to get that notoriety. And then once you have like a fan base, like where people are like going to see you, then your fans like your dark shit. And then you're like, okay, everyone here who bought a ticket is here to see me, and I'm gonna fucking just bring it down. Whatever I usually talk about.
I know it was weird, but I also thought it was cool when we went and saw Joe Rogan. Like you had to put your phone in a bag, and you would just carry the bags and stuff with you. And I kind of like that because that just allows them to let it fly.
Yeah, exactly.
So like they don't have to worry
about.
That's
how Chappelle was at Red Rocks in Colorado. You couldn't even bring your phone in.
Damn, really?
Yeah, they used either like leave it in your car or they had lockers. Couldn't even bring it in.
Damn.
And yeah, he's big on that. Especially, well, I think it was mainly because he, it's not like he does that for every show, but it's because like, okay, when a comedian comes out with a special like on Netflix, that's like day 40 of like 100 shows on the tour. That was just the best one.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's all the
I
same
never
materials.
knew that, but
Yeah.
So what he did, so
makes
what
sense.
Segura did in Dallas is the exact same show as the one he did
Yeah.
in Denver.
Yeah.
But like, so you don't want Dallas to get leaked because then the shooting of the special in Denver is ruined. But yeah, usually they'll pick days or like a show date that they are going to shoot like the special for, and they'll like make it known. So then they'll really double down, like you can't film like shit.
Yeah, it's stand up right now is my favorite thing going on.
Yeah.
Like, and I think I like it more now because they all have legit podcasts and you get to actually know about them.
Yeah.
So then when they make these jokes, they're even more funny because they're not any joke's not coming out of a hard place, but especially like if there's a story of something that they said on the podcast and then they make this joke, it just makes it even better.
I think it's definitely better when they have like podcasts and stuff because then you can kind of relate, but like not everyone like watches podcasts or something. But I've seen a lot of comedians do it to where they'll call back to their last stand-up like special. Like Segura had something in his like one from 2 years ago where he had like a small like section where he talked about his 2016 like stand-up, how he like made fun of the state of Louisiana. And they like tried to cancel him, and then he doubled down. It was like, "Fuck you, you Cajuns."
Isn't it wild that Bert's making a movie about the machine,
dude? So going off what we were talking about earlier, I have gotten notifications on my phone since I signed up for that free screening. I get notifications saying, "Come see an advanced screening of the machine."
Damn. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so that's what's weird is the movie I saw that I can't talk about. After that, but see, they didn't tell me what title it was. They were just like, "Come see this a thriller, an action thriller. Come see that." Whereas the other ads I'll get, it's like, come see The Machine starring Burt Kreischer and Mark Hamill. Come see the new.
Oh, I didn't know Mark Hamill
Yeah,
was in
he's
it.
his dad.
Now that's so legit.
Like
Yeah.
so now
Wow.
like some will just like they'll tell you what it is.
Jimmy Tatro's in it.
So this is like a big movie. Mark
Well,
Hamill's his
you
dad.
saw The Machine, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's what it's like about.
Yeah.
I guess the mafia like comes to get him.
Yeah,
after
yeah.
like 20 years since he like.
That was like
did
the very first footage I ever saw of Burt Kreischer.
Same here.
Years ago, like when I was in college, I just saw this
So
big
good.
fat shirtless dude on stage, and I'm like, "What is this?"
I was like, we gotta check this one out.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than just when thick ass Burt comes out on stage with a drink in one hand and he's just ready to fucking go, dude.
Yeah,
and then
dude.
all of his friends are like, "Dude, you're an alcoholic.
You're
You're
a
fat.
piece
You're
of
gonna
shit,
die."
yeah.
And he's just like, "This is just how I live. Like, let's fucking go." He's a comedian I definitely want to see. I haven't.
Burt
seen
would be
Burt.
great. I would love to see Burt. I really want to see Tom. He's
Yeah.
coming to LA in February. I'm gonna buy tickets for him. I would love to see Chappelle. Dude, Chappelle was at the Hollywood Bowl like the week I moved there, and I was going to buy tickets, but tickets were like $280 because I was like late, and I was like, oh damn.
Dude, are people in LA talking about how the Staples Center name's changing?
Yeah, bro. People
Is
are
that a big deal?
people like are bringing it up, but like my buddies who are like hardcore Laker fans and like love that, they're like, dude, we are not calling it crypto.com.
The
center.
crazy.
crypto.com
That's
just the
center.
worst.
They're like we're
I don't think
still
they
gonna
could do
call it
worse.
fucking. We're still gonna call it Staples Center. It's the equivalent of like if Foggy Bottom reopened with a new name.
Yeah, you're
Guess
right.
what, boys? You guys
Yeah.
want to go to Foggy Bottom? I'm
Just
calling
like
it
it's just
Foggy
like
Bottom.
Jesuit.
The staple. It
It-
just
yeah, wasn't
yeah,
that
it's
Wheeling College?
iconic.
That's fucking Jesuit.
Yeah, it's Wheeling College, right?
Yeah,
Wheeling
College.
University
Wheeling
is what it
University.
is
I mean,
now.
if you went to like a total non-sports fan, you're like name 3 arenas, like they're probably gonna say the Staples Center.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's like, oh, if somebody tried to touch Fenway Park.
Oh,
the-
there's
the
yeah,
the
no way.
Bitcoin Park.
Well, dude, even fights and
Well, they gotta be. Sorry, cutting
No,
you off.
you're
They
good.
gotta do like okay, Yankees, the New York Yankees. Fuck the New York Yankees. I hate them. My least favorite team in all of sports. But they've had 2 stadiums in the last, or they moved to a new stadium in like 09 or whatever. But it's always been Yankee Stadium. It's just you don't want to. You don't have to change the fucking name.
Yeah.
You go cool. Maybe fucking Pepsi owns it, but like where the Nuggets played and where the Avalanche played in Denver for the longest time, it was the Pepsi Center. It was the Pepsi Center for like 20 years, and then they recently just changed it to Ball Arena because the company's name is Ball, and I'm like,
Dude,
so
that sucks.
it took me a minute because I was like, I'm going to the Pepsi Center, and they're like, what?
Dude,
Even when even
Ball
we had to, like, look it
Arena?
up on a
That's-
map, I had to like Google like I'm trying to get to the Pepsi Center, it wouldn't come up. I'm like, what the fuck?
that's who
Oh,
makes
Ball Arena.
the big jars that I like to drink out of.
Yeah,
what
they
are
make aluminum
called?
cups. kind
Yeah,
of.
I'm blanking. What? Not moon.
Mason jars.
Mason jars. Yeah, and they make all the cans too. I
Yeah,
always see
they're trying to
Ball.
make like cans. So like when you go to like when you go to Ball Arena, like I went to a Nuggets game this past year, and it was instead of having like the plastic cups for beer, they're the Ball aluminum cups that you can like recycle and stuff.
Damn.
I was a little irritated with the Penguins arena because
It used to be Melon, right?
well, yeah, the older one was Mellon, but then it was Console Energy Center, and Energy Center just sounds sweet. Now it's PPG Paints Arena, which
Oh
is
yeah.
definitely less cool.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They keep changing it, man.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Well, dude, and even like Fights is a dumbass. I don't know if you listen to KFC Radio. He works for Barstool, but
Yeah.
he tweeted about today. He's like,
I don't listen to it, but I know who he is.
one thing that I don't really get either is Odell is getting his whole salary in the NFL in crypto.
That was a great tweet by him.
Yeah, and it's like and I'm with him. I don't understand it because why not just get paid in money and then buy
Yeah,
whatever
no,
crypto that you
People,
want?
honestly, what it is like in that sense to me, people are just trying to sound smart and like they're on the up and up.
Yeah, because like
Like I don't get it either.
It
Well, I'm
truly
sure he
makes
just
no
gets
sense.
paid extra money, right? He has to be getting pocketed money for getting it in crypto.
Endorsements and shit.
Yeah.
He probably gets cash.
oh
yeah.
for sure.
So
that-
his
I mean-
endorsements, Nike's probably like, shut the fuck up. Take this
Yeah.
$1 million we're paying you.
yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, but you're right. Why can't you just take your paycheck and buy Bitcoin? Like, why do I have to get paid in
Yeah,
Bitcoin?
But that,
stupid.
like, I mean, like, Bitcoin is probably giving him money to take his money. In
Oh,
Bitcoin,
okay. Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened with Tom Brady and that fan? Where like
Yes.
Mike Evans, Tom Brady threw his 600th pass TD,
Oh yeah.
and Mike Evans threw the ball into the stands, not
Yeah.
knowing, and they gave the ball back. The guy gave the ball back. He's like, I want to trade. Where I was like, bro, keep that ball.
Yeah.
Get
Hell
$1
yeah.
million. Wait till
Yeah.
you get $1 million.
Hell yeah.
But thankfully, they hooked him up with a bunch of gear. But then Tom Brady was like, I'm giving him 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Which is
Dude,
cool.
They tried to fuck him in the beginning.
Sleep on that. Yeah, the guy was like, we'll get you a signed helmet.
Yeah, they were
I-
like,
if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, fuck you. I'm keeping this. I'll give you my information when you want to actually give me a reasonable trade.
and then they were going to give him $1,000 gift card to the store, which they'd get that money back anyways. It's like, dude, I just gave you this ball that's worth $500,000, and you're going to
Easy,
give me
yeah.
a fucking gift card?
Yeah, they gave him. Well, I think they still gave him the $1,000 gift card, but they gave him season tickets for the rest of the season and next season, and the crypto Bitcoin that Tom Brady gave him. Yeah.
Shout out TB.
I mean,
for
what a
that.
power move
TB
would
the
it be
goat.
if you could just hand him your card and be like, "Here's my card. Hand it to Tom. Have Tom call me."
That dude,
Yeah.
right? Yo, that is a power move. I would, yeah, dude. Even the announcers were like, you should have kept that one.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have kept that ball before they just handed it over to him with like nothing, because the training staff would have been like, yo, fuck that guy. But
Well, since we're on the topic of sports, fuck LeBron James. Did you guys see this?
I did.
Was this last night or the night
two
before?
nights, like
Couple
two
nights.
nights
I
ago?
fucking hate that guy. And the amount of people that are like on LeBron's side, like I swear, like we're living like this is delusional. Like, how can you side with LeBron on this? Everyone's and the other dude, I don't even know the other dude. He got suspended longer than LeBron
Well,
did.
dude, he tried to
Well,
do Mouse to the
fucking, I'm
Palace
glad-
too.
I was pumped when that
Yeah,
dude was
but,
going
like,
after LeBron.
I'm not even that for the other guy either, though, because like I hate when people like sprint and then like nothing.
Well, yeah.
happens.
But
yeah,
so
maybe he
I-
went
Like,
overboard,
he took
but
off
like,
like he was gonna kill a whole like group of people.
the
and
dude's
then
face
nothing
was
happened.
falling
I
off.
watched the clip in slow motion though. So like LeBron,
So now he's really got the
LeBron,
The Zapruder film
Yeah.
is what Jake saw.
100%
Yes, dude.
punched that dude in the face
Oh,
when
he-
he didn't even have
Yeah,
to.
he
he
wound.
whipped.
He
Yeah, he
wound.
whipped.
He
up.
whipped hard.
Dude, he Ron
And-
tested that man.
And then LeBron's looking around like, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything." Shut the fuck
so
up.
the fact that he doesn't like
I fucking
any
hate LeBron.
other person, that would have been a fight. But since it's LeBron, everyone's like, dude, you can't do that to LeBron.
Yeah.
Bro. You can't act
oh,
crazy.
honestly, the best shot of the whole, like, there's like snippets of like just photographs of that is the Pistons player who's like running after him, and there's people trying to grab him, and then there's literally a wall of 50 people in front of LeBron.
Yeah.
The NBA's like, yo, lock up LeBron.
Yeah,
we are,
dude,
we are
literally.
not
We
losing
cannot
him right
see
now.
LeBron
Because
get
if
punched
LeBron
in
gets in a
the
fight, Fox News is gonna have a field day.
Yeah.
You cannot have that. Like,
Dude.
lock that shit up.
And you see Russell Westbrook like
Oh,
coming around.
yo,
I'm like,
Westbrook's
dude,
a pussy.
He's fuck him too.
Fuck
he's like
Westbrook,
always
bro.
tries to get in the middle, like he's doing
He's an
something.
idiot. Dude,
And
I love
he's
how
looking around like,
everyone types him up. Westbrook gets a triple double. Dude, he shot the ball 60 times.
yeah. Sorry, I just fucking fuck LeBron James. I
Yeah,
hate him.
well-
I do. I hate him. Like he's not a good human being. Like
Oh, I mean, like outside of basketball, LeBron James hasn't really done anything like bad.
no, but I fucking hate him.
Yeah, fair.
Like his social,
has
I
Air-
think it's his social media presence as well. It's like he's always tweeting shit. Like yeah, you're the most famous basketball player ever, but like you don't have a freaking stance on half this shit you're talking about.
Not
like,
to get political, but he did do one thing bad.
something with
the
China.
decision.
No, he didn't.
Well, that shit.
Oh,
was-
The
yeah,
decision.
Yeah, the
that
decision
shit
was
was
terrible.
stupid.
He didn't stick up for Hong Kong when the whole Hong Kong thing was going on.
Yeah.
He did defend China, which that's where he makes a lot of his money. So I mean, financially, I get it.
It's kind of like,
It's tough.
yeah, no, I get you.
It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I go back and forth because I hate LeBron, but it's like, oh, he built a school, like that's great.
He's helping.
Very good for him.
kids.
And then he does something really stupid.
Yeah.
I hate him again.
No, I mean, he does do a lot of good things, but
Nah, I don't like him.
That's like me with fucking A-Rod.
You're not a big A.
Bro,
Big A-Rod guy.
A-Rod can go fuck himself.
Yeah, see, like
It's not one of those things where, like, if I saw somebody famous, like, for instance, if LeBron James came down here right
I wouldn't talk to him.
now. Really?
I've had this conversation.
Like,
Like,
okay, so like,
yeah.
for instance, I'm not like, fuck James Harden. Like, I think he plays the game of basketball in the worst way. But if he came down here, I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
hey,
same.
hey, it's cruel to just be in here with you.
yeah,
But like, same way, if A-Rod came down here, I wouldn't not talk to him. I would look him dead in the eye and say, hey, you go fuck yourself, you piece of garbage. I'm so happy that J-Lo's back with
See-
Ben Affleck. One,
Yeah.
because he's from Boston.
yeah.
That
Fuck
flag.
you. Okay, a lot of people do steroids in the MLB. Big fucking whoop. It happens all the time. But the ones that lie, A-Rod, pussy, fuck you. And two, he tried to sue Major League Baseball. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck you. People are saying like, oh, AROD's a first ballot Hall of Famer this year. Fuck no, he's not getting in. I hope he doesn't get in. If he gets in, I'm riding.
Yeah.
And I'm never watching another baseball game
See,
again.
I respect you for saying like you would say fuck you, but my mentality for LeBron is he's such an attention seeker. Like, so he'd be down here thinking like everyone's gonna suck his dick, and I would just pretend he's not even here. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even.
Well, you probably couldn't be able to see it with your neck go back.
Yeah, no, it does not. That's like when I tried to shoot freaking 8th grade all-star basketball team trying to shoot over Mark Winters, and it just went. The ball went straight up and straight back down. That's not even a joke. Like I shot it.
Did it hit you in the head?
Yeah, it came straight back down. Because I was trying to shoot over him, but he was so much taller than me. The only way I could shoot it was straight up.
One of JT's best sports moments is when he was sick as fuck in the Bel Air relays.
Like track.
Yeah.
And he's
I bet you, were you a shifty man? Were you
Yeah,
like-
I was.
You know, that's what NFL announcers when they see a white wide receiver like,
Yeah.
look at him, he's scrappy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they-
Hard nosed guy.
Literally,
right there.
yeah. Like you see a little white dude in the NFL, that's automatically what they're saying.
Dude. Remind me to tell you guys need to watch Shane Gillis. His stand up is fucking hysterical.
I heard it's phenomenal.
It's so funny. But I just thought of this was what Thanksgiving food do you think should not be on the table?
Okay. See,
I saw a tweet. Was it the same tweet I saw?
I don't have Twitter.
this is funny because this is a complete opposite question. So I like this.
I like this too.
I did see somebody say like
It was a
Get-
linebacker in the NFL.
it was a Patriot, and I'm a Patriots fan. I was like, yo, Matthew, get on, bro, chill. And it was fucking my favorite food in the world. He was like, mac and cheese should not be on the table. Which
This
it-
is
it
hard.
should be. You can have mac and cheese anywhere, all time.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is tough.
Well,
but
so every family does something different.
yeah,
Like I know people that just completely disregard all Thanksgiving food. Like a buddy of mine, his family does surf and turf. They do steak and
Oh,
lobster.
that's sick.
would be sick.
So it all depends. But if I'm talking like traditional turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing.
Does cranberry sauce count?
Yeah, that's
That's
one.
a good,
That would be mine.
that's a really
I never
good.
had it.
It's gross.
Why
That's
is
a
it
really
there?
good choice.
Why is it there?
It looks
I-
weird.
I'm trying to think of like what else, like maybe, but I would probably go with that.
Yeah, cranberry sauce would definitely be mine.
Now, here's one that is probably not at everyone's Thanksgiving, but it's always at ours at our grandma's. Is fucking beets. And I'm like, why?
Nah.
Why are we gonna sit here and act like these taste good? It
Beet
tastes. It
smack.
literally like tastes like you're shoveling. You're literally at Dimmy-Dale's baseball field, all right? And you remember that little dirt mound at
Yeah.
Dimmy-Dale? Literally taking a spoon, digging up that dirt mound, and eating it. That's what tasting a beet is like.
My God, you think they taste that bad?
They're just why? Why are we gonna sit here and act like these taste good?
I like pickled beets.
Whatever, dude.
No, I mean I'm with you though. People
I hate
don't like.
everything pickled.
I don't hate
Pickles
everything.
pickles are easily my least favorite food.
See a nice
of all
pickled egg.
What the
Pickled
fuck?
egg?
Disgusting.
What are
I'd
you
rather shoot
doing?
myself.
Like
than
in the
a pickled
jar,
egg.
right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Like a
about.
pickled hard-boiled egg.
Yeah.
Get the fuck.
Those are fire.
Are you
Ugh.
high,
Nope.
dude? What?
Are they like pink?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
that's
stained
gross.
pink.
That's disgusting.
You got what? You guys don't know what you're
That's
missing.
nasty, dude.
I'll
guys
freaking eat
don't-
that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's so
Some
nasty.
pickled
Ugh.
eggs.
Oh, that's so good.
All right, so you go into a gas station.
Eat it. Wait, did you answer?
Oh yeah, wait.
I'd probably go cranberry. I just never eat it.
Bubba.
So yeah, I don't know if this is traditional, but green bean casserole.
Oh,
probably.
that's
Yeah,
so
that-
good.
Actually, yeah, that's class,
What?
man.
I don't know if I've ever.
It depends,
had
man. Like
It
it's
just,
like
conceptually, I just don't.
I'm not a
understand it.
fan of just like straight up like Brussels sprouts, but sometimes people do like a Brussels sprout like bake and they throw a bunch of shit on it. I'm like, yeah, I can fuck around with this,
I love Brussels sprouts.
dude. Yeah. Also, like I used to hate asparagus, but now I was doing something when I lived in my house in Boulder. We would grill all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
We would char up our asparagus.
yeah,
That
I
shit's burnt, crispy. Oh,
Mhm.
Did you
So
know
good.
asparagus makes your pee stink?
hell yeah, man.
Asparagus is nice.
Everybody always used to fucking say that. It's like, dude, I know.
Yeah, I
bro.
know. Trust me, I'm taking a fat whiz right now and I get lightheaded.
Asparagus makes your pee smell funny.
Okay,
Okay.
what were you gonna say, or when he was gonna say something?
So you
Gas
go into a
station.
gas station.
Mhm.
You have to pick one drink and one
Mm.
food item out of
Mm.
any genre. What are you picking?
Oh, it depends. So like,
Oh, I know mine.
okay, so I'll answer like, so for the drink wise, if I'm not like, there's a drink that's in L.A. and if I'm like not trying to be like too unhealthy, it's like kind of like a blue lemonade like hydration kind of like weird brand drink. I don't know what it is. I forget what it's called, like Sol SOL, but it's really fucking good.
Okay.
But if I'm just like doing it, like don't care, whatever. Honestly, like a Yoo-Hoo.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I'm a massive Yoo-Hoo fan.
It's a good pick.
Like I don't know why chocolate milk always does it for me. The best chocolate milk is when it's in a glass.
Agreed.
Facts. And then snack wise, okay, I'm gonna split it up: salty and sweet.
Okay.
Salty, I'm going either salsa verde Doritos or sweet and spicy chili Doritos.
Those are the best.
Dude, everyone loves sweet and spicy chili, and it's great. But I've always preferred salsa verde, the green bag.
I haven't had those in a while, so I'll give them.
Just
Bomb.
a classic cheese Dorito.
Just nacho cheese.
Just classic.
Dude, spicy
yeah.
nacho is really good.
Fire.
Spicy
yes.
nacho's
Spicy
good. And then sweet, honestly, always fucking since I was a child, Twix.
Okay.
Twix is very nice. I
Twix
agree.
is great.
Who's
Are
up?
you a left Twix or right Twix?
I'm
I'm a lefty.
yeah. I immediately knew my answer. That's how
Oh.
much I'm sticking to this.
Because you go to the gas station every day.
Yeah. Yes.
Very true.
That's actually why.
Same. That's why mine's like ding.
Purple G2 Gatorade.
Okay.
If they have it. Because you don't see it G2 a lot anymore. Purple G2, that's my number one go-to drink if it's there. And then I always forget the brand. The yellow bag of those pretzel crumb things. The honey. Yeah. What is it?
Heiners?
Snyder's. Yes, Snyder's honey mustard flavor of the pretzel bit things.
Okay.
Are so good.
Do you have one off the top of your head?
You have a couple. I'm either going the classic Coke is an every timer for me, but a substitute would be the white cherry Gatorade with a nipple.
Okay, dude, the nipple Gatorade.
nipple-
What is about
Oh,
nipple
yeah.
Gatorade?
Does
Something
just
about it.
elevate it.
And then either Doritos, Cool Ranch, or the sweet chili, or something gummy. If I
Okay.
would have to do something sweet.
The nipple Gatorade is because we are all longing to get back.
Honestly,
to the
could be
team.
right. Could be right.
Actually, I know this for a fact. My mom told me this. I wasn't breastfed. My mom was like super sick or something after I was born, so I was never breastfed, which is probably why I'm like always eager to go back. But that's like I don't know, it's in our blood. But yeah, the Gatorade's always better out the tit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Love sucking the tit.
Yep.
I would say
Nice
that
blue tit.
mine's probably the Arctic Blitz Gatorade. It's like the greenish blue one, and then
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
a nice classic bag of teriyaki beef jerky.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
Beef jerky always.
yeah.
I
slaps.
can't get behind the beef
It's so
jerky.
expensive,
It's because
though.
it's
It
so
pisses me
expensive.
off.
Why
yeah.
hasn't there just been a company that would just steal the whole entire market if they just had cheap bags
Dude,
of beef jerky?
There's a jerky that you can get at Costco. If you guys are ever around at Costco, I don't know the name.
You can
of
get
it.
this dick in bulk. What movie is that? Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart.
There's a Costco brand jerky. It's not Kirkland though. It's just at Costco, but it's Korean barbecue jerky, and oh my god, dude, it's like sex. It's
Dude.
just so good.
There's fucking beef jerky outlets in all the other states I travel through. Why doesn't West Virginia have one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Could you imagine just a beef jerky outlet? Like some people get excited.
There's
to
one
go
at
to-
Tanger, right?
Is there?
Yeah, there
There's
is.
one at Tanger.
Dude, I gotta go
I used
to
to
it.
get it like convenient. I think convenient. They'd sell it like in a bag.
That
if you go to the
convenience still there,
drive-thru.
dude. That was the first place
Get like a
where I would
$3 bag of jerky.
That's where I would buy beer with my fake ID in high school. Was at that convenient down by
really?
C3. Yeah,
Nice.
they were always just like I don't know. I always thought they were like cracked out or something. The ladies working there, but they were like, "What's your birthday again? You're from Maryland. What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
Which one? Which convenient?
The one before you go up Ogilvy.
Oh, okay.
Right at the
Bogies
bottom.
bogies
Bogies
now.
now.
I used to have some instances.
It's not convenient anymore.
No, it's a bogies carry out.
Oh, okay.
So there's one there, and then there's one in the Dollar General Plaza where that old convenient used to be.
Where
It's
like Gumby's used to be.
no, there was a convenient over there, like by Greco's Plaza.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking about. Oh yeah, okay.
That's a
Have you
bogies.
guys tried? Because my mom was telling me about it. Have you guys tried that food truck that's outside of Super Buffet?
I have. The hibachi one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
good.
not aware of that.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it good?
it was sitting outside a Wheeling Coffee Shop for a while.
My
That's
mom
why I got
was
it.
like hesitant because it's parked outside Super Buffet, and she was like, Ooh, if it's the people that
No,
run Super Buffet, I don't know.
I don't think
Dude,
so.
you know
'Cause
what was crazy about Super Buffet and why I was always turned to, my parents were like, "Don't ever go there." Was we moved here in 03. 04 was that really bad flood,
Yep.
and everywhere was closed for like 2 weeks, whatever. Super Buffet was open the next day,
oh,
and they were hosing off
Yeah,
their
that's where I
veggies
heard.
in the back,
I heard that. Yeah, it was true.
bro. Yeah,
I wondered.
Everything there tastes the same.
really.
No matter
I've
if
never
you
had
get
it.
like
I've
pizza,
never had it.
ham, or like the General So's, it all
you
tastes
know
the
what's
same.
crazy?
It all
We used to go to
does.
Super Buffet all the time.
Yeah, it's because it's
Really?
right there. Yeah.
I used to every
Like,
once in a while,
recently?
yeah.
Oh
no,
no, when we
no,
were
no.
younger.
Oh,
No, growing
okay.
up, yeah,
Well, where did you guys live growing up?
right here.
Right up the street.
Oh, damn. Oh, you know what I found out? Because my mom asked where you guys lived. So the reason why we moved back here when I was a kid was my mom's parents, when my mom was like, right when she was in college, my grandparents lived here, and they lived like back here.
In this
Oh,
neighborhood.
It's
really?
like up the hill a little bit, but yeah, they lived back here. Like my aunt and uncle went to Central.
Oh, that's cool.
And then my aunts ended up staying, like getting married and staying here. So then when we moved from Detroit, my parents wanted my sister and I to be around like family. So, and at the time, Wheeling was like top 10 places to raise a family in the United States.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We grew up at the house that's all the way in the corner.
Yeah.
If you go
Oh,
like
damn.
that way, there's a house back there. That's where we grew up.
Okay. Oh, dude,
So-
you know what I really miss? And it was always when I would fly home in college, I would go there before I went home. Cilantro.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you
me
remember
too.
Cilantro? That
Yeah.
place
It
was
was
so,
so good.
fucking good.
Yeah, cilantro was.
Oh,
I forgot about it. That's where Country Roads Barbecue was, or it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still there?
Well, they're just doing catering now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the actual storefront's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, next to Miklas.
Yeah. Because I guess the rent is like way expensive or whatever,
Probably.
but
What do you
Yeah.
guys, what do you guys think of the new Alpha?
it's very nice inside. To be honest, I haven't eaten there.
I've only been in the bar side.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had a couple beers. I've never eaten.
Yeah, I've
I
never eaten there.
I like the layout of it. Like I think it's kind of more like it's a gambler's paradise essentially with the TVs everywhere. But I've only eaten there one time, and it was right when they opened. And truthfully, I can't even remember what I got if I'm being honest with
Huh.
you. But yeah, I haven't been there very much really. When I ever go out around here, it's normally just to the hole.
Oh, dude, I always get whole wings when I
Well,
come back.
dude, it's like it's dangerous because they don't close the kitchen till 1 o'clock.
Yep.
So my fat ass will just get hammered,
and then you want food. Yep.
and then at 12:30.
That's like, dude, the bars like our favorite bar we go to. It's like a Mexican place. So burritos and quesadillas.
Dude,
Oh,
like 1
yeah.
a.m. man.
down the street.
Dude,
What?
Zucalo.
El Zacalo.
What is it? What is that?
It's
a
it's
Mexican
pretty good.
place right
Wait.
down the road here.
it's
Where?
very good. It's where old Dino's used to be.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
It's
Really?
so
See,
fucking
I'm a
good.
big fan of El Paso.
The El Paso's
Well,
great,
dude, why
too.
I'm always down to come back, especially now. Well, I always love whole 19th Hole Wings, but I have yet to have like or be in a restaurant that is like a good wing joint in California.
Oh, really?
I've had more Mexican in the last 4 months, but I'm not complaining because it's so good.
Mexican
but
is really
the thing
good.
that is, they're so good, especially because there's a massive Latin community out there, so there's a ton of them. But I've been to some restaurants that some of my friends are like, we gotta check this place out. It's cool, and it's just like a bougie, white-owned Mexican restaurant, 2 tacos for like $20, and I'm like, fuck off.
Holy
Whereas
shit.
there's a food truck a block away from my house. They don't speak English. They're just whipping up shit, and it's a $7 burrito, and it is fire. It is so good,
Sounds about right.
dude.
Yep.
I mean, no racism whatsoever, but the best Mexican food is the people that don't speak English out there.
Yeah.
Because that's all.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I've-
that's all they're
yeah.
doing every day. There's a stand nearby where they just set up outside. They got like full pigs. They got the gyros on the stand spinning. You walk up there and they just look at you, just so like waiting for you to say something. You just go, "Hey, carnitas burrito."
That's
and
like
they
the
just walk
Chinese
away.
restaurants that don't really, and they
That-
yell at you on the phone. If they are rude to you on the phone, it's about to be great.
Incredible take. That's very true. Very true. And we kind of it's like those places that you go to where
Like the hole in the wall place.
yeah,
It's
the
like
storefront
yeah.
they don't give a fuck what the store looks
exactly
like.
what I said last week. Like where you walk in, they're not worried about like decorations or what the place looks like. You know the food is about to be banging
100%.
because there's nothing else that they need to draw you in. They just know they're that fire. Their
Yeah.
food is that fire.
I agree.
You know.
Dude, yeah.
So if you do want some more Mexican, it does smack down.
Dude,
there.
I'm down, man. I might try that for like lunch
In
tomorrow.
El Paso, they
Oh,
bought the old Applebee's.
That's what I heard.
That's what's going there.
El Paso's moving there.
So that's gonna be a huge location for them.
Oh, that'd be sick, bro.
Dang,
They're-
that would be really
The
cool.
first time I ever got high, I went to El Paso. We like took a ride and we went to El Paso, and I saw my English teacher.
Oh, God.
Wow, first time I high, I was just like, "Oh, what's up?" And we ate like 3 fucking big ass baskets of chips, and before our food came, we were just so fucking high.
Dude,
That's a great meal.
That
First,
is a
Yeah.
great meal.
yes, bro, always. I miss fusion. I love Benihana style.
Yeah.
shit. It's always so
Fusion is cool. We always go, like, when we would go, we always went to the hibachi. But, like, me and Angie went and we sat, like, on the other side where the booths are. I felt like I was looking around. I was like, I don't feel like I'm in West Virginia right now. I felt like I was in, like, a big city.
Yeah,
Really?
Because hibachis are only in West Virginia.
No, I just meant I don't feel like I am where I am. Like, the side with the booths in the bar, it looks like some
At
really,
Fusion?
like, fancy, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
I've
like,
eaten
well, this
there
is
before.
legit.
And the lighting's pretty cool. over
Yeah.
there.
I mean that's always good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of restaurants. I've been to a couple that are in LA that are just like hibachi style like restaurants, but it's like a Chipotle. You just walk up and you're like, "Hey, I want this," and then you hand it to you and you go.
Oh, that's cool. That's kind of how that truck is. I mean, it's a truck.
I mean, yeah, because
so,
ultimately you're paying a lot more at Benihana because it's like a meal and a show.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
I would say that.
You guys got anything else you want to touch on?
No. Before we close up, I have a bringing back like kicking it old school and have a little speed round.
There we go.
Oh, let's do it.
Got some good questions on here. They don't have to be
Mhm.
super quick because you might have to think for a minute. But are we ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Who's your favorite Harry Potter character?
Snape.
Do you think anyone considers you a hipster?
Yeah.
What's the sound you would make if you were freezing cold? Pretty.
That's
That's
good.
spot on. If Tupac appeared before you right now, what's the first thing you would ask him?
Ooh. Oh. Ooh, okay. I would probably ask him. I would ask him something like related to like Biggie, because like I love Pac, but Biggie's like one of
You
my
want to know like some of the more
Biggie's one of my
yeah.
favorite like rappers of all time, and so I would want to know like I think when he died they still had beef, so I'd be like, all right, like I know you probably still have beef, but like what's your favorite Biggie song?
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
and too, the first thing you could be like is, "Are you dead?"
That's right. Are you coming from heaven or are you coming from Cuba?
Be like, how-
Cuba, yeah.
Be like, how'd you hide out for so long?
Dude, he's chilling, man. He's chilling.
If coffee was illegal, what would its street name be? I have a good answer for this, but
If coffee was illegal?
yeah, you know how like marijuana is like dope, weed.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Grounds.
Dude, that's great. I was gonna say beans.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's
Two
good.
fire names.
What terrible movie do you love?
Oh, I like some bad movies, dude. What did I just watch that was so bad? See, like this one I just thought of, like it's not a bad movie. I don't consider it a bad movie, but
It's just like ridiculous.
it's just like absurd. I would probably say Fast and Furious 9. No, oh my
Terrible.
God,
It's not even
Yeah,
good. It's not even enjoyable.
it's not even close, dude. I'm trying to think of like, do I do like superhero or do I go comedy? I mean, comedy would be the easiest route.
Spring Break.
That movie sucks.
terrible. Terrible. Green Lantern.
Oh, that movie's garbage. No, okay, I'd probably say that's bad that I really fuck with is I honestly after rewatching it recently, American Reunion. It's
Okay.
like horrible.
Really?
But
Maybe
it's,
I need to watch it again.
it's just like they're bringing back the same character, so you have like a nostalgic feel. But I fuck with it. But like, God, I feel like that was a bad answer. You know what? I'm gonna go.
You destroyed their jet skis. They splashed us.
You know what? I'm going. And you may give me shit. You may not think this is a bad movie, but overall, it's a bad movie. But it's just so great and it's iconic. The Waterboy.
Okay, because it is kind of ridiculous.
Like
I
structurally,
get
like
what you're
it's
saying,
like
yeah.
structurally, if I'm looking at it from like a film,
There are
perspective,
some Adam Sandler
so
movies
bad.
that are like that. You're
Yeah,
like, this movie is
see,
ridiculous.
But also I'm on the side that I don't like a vast majority of Adam Sandler movies.
Damn,
Billy
really?
Madison, nope.
What's the one with Andy Samberg? That's My Boy.
That's My
I
Boy.
love that.
I love that
movie.
fucking movie.
It
Dog
is
shit.
so funny. What
Dog
the
shit.
fuck? Whatever.
Happy Gilmore.
He's like, I gotta
Waterboy.
swing these around, and he like goes like this, and just 2 rocks roll around his legs because his nuts are sagging.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Ooh. Okay. I'll do it. I'll go beer, wine, and
Yeah,
liquor.
give us all 3.
Beer, name brand, I would say like probably Stella or Modelo. Big fan of Modelo's. There was a beer in Colorado. I forget. I think it's like Avery Brewing or whatever. It was called White Rascal. Money, so good. Wine, I prefer Cabernets. I'm a big Cab fan, and then liquor, probably Jameson and ginger ale.
Okay,
The
that's nice.
Jameson
Always a
ginger,
good one.
So good. Whiskey gingers in general are great.
Always
but
a good one.
That's okay. That's for like a cocktail. If I'm going just straight up like liquor, I would probably go. I'd probably go bourbon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I prefer dark liquors, but when I'm out and about, like on the town, like going to bars and shit, I usually get a vodka soda,
That's a good one too.
watching the cows. You know.
All right.
That way I can be shameful and be drunk and eat whatever I want. And I'm like, you know what? But I've had 3 vodka sodas.
Exactly. Fuck it.
Skinny.
What's
I got a couple more.
all right? I
What?
have one too.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
What's the proper way to watch Squid Game?
With subtitles.
Shut the fuck
Thank
up.
you.
You
Thank
guys
you.
are
Thank you.
annoying.
Thank you.
No,
Whatever.
no. The people who say, I just had a conversation with somebody about this. If you are too fucking immature to read
Whatever.
subtitles,
Just come at me then.
shut the fuck up. Bro, that's so stupid. You're like, I'm going to get distracted. You don't know after like 10 minutes that you're watching or you're reading subtitles. I would say out of my top 10 favorite shows of all time, 4 are in a different language.
What was
and it
that
doesn't
one?
matter.
Dark?
Dark. One of the greatest shows
See,
of all
I
time.
just know
Guess
you.
what? In German.
Yeah.
And you want to have subtitles because you follow along more. Whereas you watch somebody speaking Korean and their mouths are moving way different. Like Koreans do a lot of like wah, like they have a lot of longer like syllables or whatever. But yet you're hearing like some guy named Fred speaking. You know?
Which is so far. They're like, what?
It's distracting. It's
Yeah.
super distracting.
Okay. All right.
So,
Respect.
man up.
All right. Fuck. Maybe I'm just a dumbass and
Man
can't
up.
read. Who's your favorite actor?
Ooh.
Make sure it's a male, because my next question is, who's your favorite actress?
Jack Nicholson.
Okay. Great answer. Classic. Can't. Yeah. All right. Who's your favorite actress?
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah.
She's so hot.
What up, Scarlett? All right. Last one. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Under the sea.
I would have 2 answers. Boston
Boston?
or Denver.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
Stick in U.S. I think I would too.
I mean,
I think I would stick
if
in
I were
US too.
if I'm going outside of the U.S., I'd probably go straight up. Toronto is fire,
Canada would be cool.
or London.
Yeah.
You sound like you're from London.
Oh
That's
God.
where we were going with that.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Can I make one admission to Ted?
Yes.
So you used to do like the hot takes on your like Instagram story
Yeah.
where people would write in. And I'm a huge Casino fan. And I was like
the movie Casino.
the movie Casino. And I was like getting ready to type and someone said that they like Casino better than Goodfellas. And I think you like trashed them. And I was like the next one to type that, but I didn't.
So I don't dislike. Oh, I'm getting a call from Los Angeles. Should I answer it on the pod?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's confidential, we'll just cut it
It
out.
may be a job. I don't know. Hello? Yes. Oh, yes. Hello. I said hello. Hi.
Maybe we should just close it and let him take his call.
This is unprecedented.
Yes, ma'am.
The suspense is killing. What do you think right now?
He's just getting
Okay.
offered to do the next Spider-Man movie.
Tom Holland's out. Ted McDonald is out.
If the direct deposit doesn't work, you could just send it to my address.
Now we're talking funds, big bank rolling. Does anyone else want
I would say if the direct deposit doesn't go through by tomorrow, you could just send me a check.
Did you see the breaking Brian Laundrie news?
No, what is it?
They confirmed he killed himself.
Really?
Gunshot to the head.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's fine. I have
fuck,
direct
damn.
deposit, like I can do it through my phone if I get a check.
Did
It
you?
takes like 24 hours, but if you, I would say
That sucks.
I will notify you. Do I
Does
notify
suck.
this number tomorrow if I receive it? So if I receive it tomorrow, I will
wish you got
notify
ate
you
by
that I
an
received it. If I don't receive it tomorrow, I will notify you to just send me a check.
Big Bang. Check it. Did you see that there's Australian COVID
Yeah.
camps now? Yes, I
Yes,
did.
ma'am.
Did you see that? What is it?
If you have
Awesome.
a positive case in
Thank you so
Australia,
much.
they take you to a camp.
Thank you so much.
That's
Dude,
weird.
I'm so happy they called because I completely missed a story to tell you guys.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were calling back. Okay. So I
So
worked.
casino's better than Goodfellas.
Oh, sorry. Casino
Just
Goodfellas. I don't know what I did or said. Sometimes I don't know. I just like go off on rants sometimes. But I think they're both awesome movies. Like Casino's a phenomenal
okay.
movie. I love it. I just prefer Goodfellas.
Gotcha.
So like it's not like
It's definitely the most popular.
Yeah.
Goodfellas is.
Yeah, Goodfellas.
definitely.
I just think Goodfellas is awesome, and it was snubbed. Should have won. But okay, so it's working as a PA, and my buddy got me a PA production assistant. He got me a gig like the first week I was there, and I got that call from that lady because I have yet to be paid.
Oh shit!
man.
And it's been fucking
Bojangling.
almost 3 months. But it's so fucked up. Let me tell you about
Those
this fucking crew.
fuckers.
I don't want to give out names or anything. But so I worked on this set, and it was like my buddy got the gig, and he was like, "Hey, we need some more help. If you want to come join," I said, "Yeah, sure." I then find out that we got the gig because a week earlier, like virtually the entire crew quit. And we found out that they quit and like went on strike, or they went on strike and then they were all fired because the EP is a fucking idiot, and he sent 2 people to the hospital. One guy by like I don't know how he sent one guy, but another guy is they were doing something in the desert, like out in Mojave, like an hour away, and he was riding a 4-wheeler, the executive producer, and he pinned somebody against the wall and like sent that dude to the hospital. So people felt it was just unsafe. 1, and then 2, most of them went on strike because the director came to set with COVID and didn't tell anybody.
Whoa.
And like kept it to himself.
God.
So people were like, "Yo, fuck you." That was 1. And then I found out. So I worked for like 2 days. My buddy worked for like the whole week. When he got off, he then told me that the last like 3 days of shooting, they couldn't film with the lead actress. They just had to film with her stunt double and like hide her face for certain sequences because the lead actress left the film and quit because she's now suing the production because they did something on a beach shoot, like in Manhattan Beach or something, and she was naked for the scene, but they didn't close off the beach. So there
Oh.
are kids and families and dudes just walking by taking photos of this naked like
Oh
actress.
my
That's
She was like,
God.
That's like
"Fuck
traumatic.
y'all," and she's like suing them and stuff. And so this whole production is in the fucking shitter. And like my boy didn't get paid for like a month and a half, and then he threatened them with legal action, and then they paid him. And then mine was taking forever, and so I threatened them. I sent them a demand for payment notice, and it's pretty much just like you have like X amount of days to pay me, or I'm taking you to small claims court. And they called me and they're like, "Hey, listen, like our whole production is like fucked. They had to fire a bunch of people and stuff." And they're like, "Can you just give us a little bit of time?" And I was like, "Okay," but I was like, if I don't get paid before Thanksgiving, like I'm going to the small claims court, and I'm only supposed to make like I'm only supposed to get. I was worked for 2 days. I'm only supposed to get like $550, but I could go to small claims and say, yeah, they haven't paid me for X amount of months. I can demand payment after they have a month to pay me. they don't pay me after a month, I could then make them pay me for my day rate for every work day for like a whole month. So I
Whoa.
could,
Damn.
so I'd like, I'm owed 500 something, but if I go to small claims, I could pretty much get like $4,000.
Whoa.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Fucking absurd.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, fuck this dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was talking to this guy on the phone, and dude, he just makes my blood boil. It's been a fucking hassle with these motherfuckers.
Well, dude, you caught the bag at least, it seems.
I know. She was like, "Hey, sending direct deposit. If you don't get it tomorrow, we'll just send you the check to your house." And I was like, "Okay."
Let's fucking go. But yeah, Australia does have camps. I did see that.
COVID camps.
They have COVID camps.
If you have a positive case in Australia, they take you to a camp.
Is that real with North Korea? Because the rumor was like the first person that got it, they just like took him out back and like shot him.
Probably.
I would.
That
I
would
would
be,
bet
That sounds
my
like
life
it would be
savings
true.
that probably happened.
Yeah,
Dude, that's facts.
that is facts. But all right,
Has it been a time?
Ted,
Yo, it's always a time.
it's
with
been
you
a time,
guys.
dude.
Come
Thank you
on.
for coming. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jerry Nixon Jr. And just make sure to subscribe to the YouTube, the Juicebox Podcast. Thank you.
Absolutely. You guys can follow me. I have Instagram, Ted_McDees. Yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got. I'm trying to think of when I'm coming back next. I mean, I'm going to give you a call and be like, "Hey, setting up the pod. Let's do it."
It's
Five
it's,
Timers Club.
it's routine.
I'm
now.
making the
Yeah.
5 Timers Club.
Hell yeah. But yeah, thank you, Ted. It's always fun when you
Always.
come on. You can follow me at John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. That's John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. I'm on the Juicebox Podcast Twitter. That's at the Juicebox Pod. That's at the Juicebox Pod. # Milk Gang. You already know. Friday mornings. Follow us on Facebook, the Juicebox Podcast. We're not the diabetes, the Juicebox Podcast. We went backwards, but it's okay. Bubba, let's go.
Ted, been a pleasure. as
Been a
always.
pleasure. Always, man. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are coming back for Spider-Man.
Yes, they are.
Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider. Read my blogs at thejuiceboxpod.com.
And Tiki Nation and Juicebox Art, that's ZAR. Z is in zebra, A is in apple, R is
I
in
completely
respect.
forgot Zarly wasn't here.
R as in Reebok. Don't get it twisted. Bye-bye.